Al-Qaeda-affiliated Hayat Tahrir al-Sham continues to block humanitarian aid from government-held parts in Syria to its areas in the northwestern region of Greater Idlib more than a week after the devastating earthquake. Greater Idlib was badly affected by the February 6 earthquake, which left more than 41,000 people dead in both countries. Around half of the 5,000 casualties reported in Syria were within the region. After the earthquake, the Damascus government immediately announced its readiness to deliver aid to victims in Greater Idlib via the Sedekib crossing in the southern Idlib countryside. The United Arab Emirates joined in on the plan, offering to provide aid for the region in coordination with the Syrian Red Crescent. After lengthy talks, the United Nations confirmed on February 12 that HTS is blocking aid to Greater Idlib. A spokesman for the UN told Reuters that there are issues with approval by the terrorist group. Meanwhile, a source in HTS told the news agency that the terrorist group would not allow any shipments from government-held parts of Syria and that aid would be only coming in from Turkey to the northwestern region. Speaking to The Guardian on February 14th, HTS leader Abu Mohammed el-Julani stressed that any aid to Greater Idlib should only come from Turkey. The terrorist also demanded $10 million in cash for aid efforts. Syrian pro-government activists said that HTS asked for money to allow aid into Greater Idlib from government-held parts. The terrorist group reportedly asked for as much as $10,000 for each aid truck. Faced with an humanitarian disaster in Greater Idlib and HTS blackmail, Damascus struck a deal with the UN on February 13th to open 2 crossings between the region and Turkey for aid. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres announced that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has personally approved the opening of Bab el-Salama and El Rai crossings in the northern Aleppo countryside for 3 months to facilitate aid. On February 14th, the first UN aid convoy entered northwestern Syria from the Bab el-Salama crossing. The convoy consisted of 11 trucks. Despite Damascus's efforts to facilitate aid to quake-hit opposition areas, the mainstream media continued to accuse the government of blocking or hindering aid. At the same time, the mainstream media completely ignores HTS's attempts to pocket from the humanitarian disaster, its decision to put politics over aid, and its complete lack of care for civilians in its areas. HTS's poor response to the earthquake provides yet another reason why Greater Idlib should not remain in the hands of the terrorist group, who appear to only care about money and power.